Breaking down news, ladies and gentlemen. Now you're looking at the beautiful, beautiful Jolesia Fairweather, and she's the next victim of a horrible Jamaican. Ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to talk about that right now. Me want you to send this to your Jamaican friend, your island friends, whether they're Trinidad or Bahamians. Greetings, greetings, and salutations to all nations. Ladies and gentlemen, you know I'm Rasta, so the year of Deep Roots TV. And if this is your first time tuning into the Rasta Man channel, I'm asking you to hit that red subscribe button. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, imagine living a tough life in the islands, beautiful Caribbean of Jamaica. And we all have the dream to escape poverty and make it to America. Now it appears that this was a wish that these two young people had, and they're from Jamaica. But it appears that their relationship became sour because the husband has been accused now of fatally shooting his wife. And I want to take a moment to talk about this because this seems to be a common situation in Jamaica. Now the news article is coming out of Hateville, Maryland, in the United States, where it states that a Jamaican man is facing multiple murder charges following the fatal shooting of his wife during an alleged domestic dispute in Hateville, authority has announced. The Jamaican man is Orville-Dean Fairweather and has been arrested and charged for the fatal shooting of his wife, 34-year-old Jolesia Fairweather, in Hateville, according to the Prince George's County Police Department. Members of the department were called to the Maryland Park Drive approximately 7:50 a.m. on Sunday, on August 21st, where there was a reported shooting inside a home in the Capitol Heights neighborhood, police said. Upon arriving, the officers said that they found Jolesia Fairweather suffering from gunshot wounds, and she was later pronounced dead at the area hospital from the injuries sustained in the domestic dispute. The preliminary investigation determined that Fairweather allegedly shot his wife during the dispute, according to police. Fairweather was arrested without incident and charged with first-degree murder, second-degree murder, and other related charges, the department announced. He is currently in custody in the Department of Correction with no bond statute. The investigation into the fatal shooting is ongoing. The Prince George's County Police Department there in Maryland in the United States is asking for tips. So if you call the local department, them left a number 301-516-2512. But that is not the end of it, ladies and gentlemen, because I and I, man, want to talk about this a little bit. Because Jamaicans will escape the violence away from yard. But what will happen is Jamaicans seems to tend to cling to Jamaicans, just like Cubans tend to cling to Cubans. Haitians tend to cling to Haitians. But for some reason, it appears that we always acting like we're better than everybody, madder than everybody. And it appears that we don't have any qualms about violence. We appear to turn around on our own every second, every minute that we get, to lash out and show that we have no love in each other. Here you have this young woman and this young man. The young woman, Jolesia Fairweather, migrated to the United States as a young person, 11 years old. And because of loyalty, she then returned back to her, hometown there in Falmouth, in Trelawny area. And it's a shame that after this young woman link up with this young man, you are going to take his payback. You are going to take is to fatally shoot her. Now looking in the Observer, family members on a whole is saying that it is shocking. It is hard, very hard. Take it from me, the whole family is just taking it hard. One of my daughters, she cannot take it. She's just crying like a baby. The woman's uncle Randall Nelson said in the interview with the Observer. You are going to... It's a joke. It is a joke. The article continues saying it is not something that you want to hear. When I heard first, I kept praying that she'll go to the hospital and survive. But when the news came and we found out that she didn't make it, it wasn't easy, said Nelson, a pastor. According to another family member who requested anonymity, the husband and wife were not living together at the time. The family member claimed that she had gone to meet him on Saturday, only to hear that she had been shot the following morning. Fairweather died, leaving her children of 3 17-year-old son from a previous relationship and 2 daughters aged 5 and 4 months, who she shared with her husband. While the son was already aware of the tragedy, the family members were expected to break the news to the 5-year-old and the other with counseling on Wednesday. They are going to be broken. They have to break these sad news to these little children, as she thought a way out, how she can reveal this, the relative said. The deceased mother, father, and brother have already flown to Maryland to take custody of the children. My brother is taking it hard, very hard. Take it from me. We try to call him every hour or so, even though he has a lot of friends. As family members, we have to keep checking up on him. His joy is to be with the grandchildren there now, cooking for them, making them feel comfortable, Nelson said. Fairweather's mother, he said, is also inconsolable, a dental assistant. Fairweather immigrated to the United States when she was just 11, but had been frequent visitor back and forth to the island since her adult years. It was during their visit that she met her husband, who hailed from Samuel Prospect, also in the parish, and eventually got married in 2013, according to Nelson. She came to Jamaica, fell in love, married him, and after returning, filed for him, added Nelson. Nelson said Fairweather was a living, fun-loving go-getter, and she was so strong as well, full of will. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what I'm talking about. Do you hear what the broken trust? She migrated 11. Loyalty and honor to the nation. Return. And during her return, migrating back, fell in love. And of course saying that, if life is so good for me in the United States, let me share that love and that faith. She got married to her husband. You are going to, and at that, Fairweather give to Jolesia? After all that consideration, all that care, all that time, she have 3 lovely children, just 34 years old, have not even reached her prime, ladies and gentlemen. It's a shame. It's hard to continue to hear these type of ending in relationship, ladies and gentlemen. I need you to leave your comment here. My condolences to the family, both to the male family, Fairweather. Also, I have to send out a special condolences to Jolesia's family. You know, as they said, you know, their brothers, the male in the family, feel like they have failed their sister. The uncle feel like they have failed their niece. But believe it or not, brothers and sisters, there's not a lot that you could do sometimes, especially in the circumstances like this, where it's a man and woman relationship and they're not even close by, they're abroad. It's unbelievable. People in South Florida, in the Jamaican culture, people in the Bronx, Jamaican culture, people in the islands, and I'm not just talking about just Jamaican culture, I'm talking about island culture, Caribbean culture, because people in Trinidad do the same thing. Bahamas, we do the same things. Haiti, we do the same thing. But the Jamaicans are prevalent in violation of the females, violation of our lovely, lovely empress. And sometimes we flee to a different country to see if we can seek some kind of liberty, see some kind of freeness. We might have a government that cares for our lives, that enforce the law to deter the violent predators that are preying up on our women, our children, our elderly, and our vulnerable, less violent mind. It is absurd that we continue to hear these news coming out of many, many different countries about Jamaicans destroying the life of their family by fatally assaulting their spouse, their insignificant other. So if we continue to murder our men, women, and children, we are proving so we don't like ourselves. Jolesia left a 17-year-old son now that have to fend for his 2 siblings. A little baby 5-year-old, so that boy gonna have to play a dad because the mother and the father is gone. The grandparents are going to have to now be the mother and the father. The mother is inconsolable. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rastafari Soldier here of Deep Roots TV. Go ahead and leave your comment. It's another shocking situation. Another disturbing situation. Orville Fairweather from Samuel Prospect. Yeah, and I'm talking about that's in Falmouth. It's unfortunate Jolesia Fairweather migrated to the United States since she was 11 years old. Returned, fell in love 2013 and married this waste of life. Gave him 2 beautiful children, a 5-year-old daughter, and a little baby. And as she decided to move on with her life, (7:50 a.m. on Sunday, August 21st, there was that fatal call to the Maryland Parks area there. There was a call to the police, and when they showed up, they found her with gunshot wounds. And she was taken to the hospital, ladies and gentlemen, and unfortunately, she did not make it. Leave your comment, let me know what we could do to stop this violence that's plaguing our family. I'm Rastafari Soldier, ladies and gentlemen of Deep Roots TV. More life, more joy.
Hello, my name is Ashina and welcome to Deep Roots TV.
Let's stay blessed.
Pick up Deep Roots TV. Respect, make sure to tune in the air every time.